McCain only has two scenarios for winning. One of them is highly unlikely, some last-minute news event or something that flips big states, Ohio, Michigan, Pennsylvania, to McCain. McCain's down 8, 10, 12 points in those states, so that's very unlikely. The more likely scenario is that he nails back down the Bush states from 2004 that are currently trending Obama. That's North Carolina, Virginia, Florida, Ohio. He nails those down and maybe wins Colorado, which is a little bit harder, and then barely that gives him a 274 number in the Electoral College, just enough to win. 270 is the number you need. So that's the more likely, though not all that likely, scenario for John McCain, and it absolutely involves winning North Carolina and several other states.
Let's move to the race between incumbent Senator Elizabeth Dole and State Senator Kay Hagan. What's going to happen there?
Hagan's has benefited tremendously from a well-financed and well-crafted campaign by the Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee against Elizabeth Dole. It's been going on since the summer. It has driven her numbers way, way down. Dole has started to fight back. The numbers have started to trend a little bit up for Dole, but it's an uphill climb. And Republicans are looking anxiously at North Carolina. They want Dole and several other senators to win to avoid that 60-seat Democratic majority in the Senate that would prevent filibusters.
And finally, John, the gubernatorial race. Charlotte Mayor Pat McCrory seems to be doing pretty well, again, in a year that would seem to favor Democrats, and he's a Republican.
The governor's race is marching to its own drummer, partly because of the public disaffection is against incumbents. They don't like President Bush. They don't like perceptions of Republican power in Washington. But they also are uncomfortable with the status quo in Raleigh, which is Democratic. That's benefiting Pat McCrory, as is his very strong support in the Charlotte media market. People overlook the fact, there's this old story, you can't win from Charlotte. Well, actually, McCrory may show that running from Charlotte is extremely valuable. If you can get 55, 60 or more % of the vote in the 704 area code, that helps a lot in a close statewide race.